Is this landmark, Wyoming's Devil's Tower, a giant ancient tree stump, or something stranger? The internet loves a good twist, and this one keeps coming back. But the real story behind Devil's Tower is bigger, older, and honestly, way cooler than just being a stump. Every few months, the Stump claim erupts across Shorts and TikTok. Dramatic pans of the tower, bold captions, and a familiar kicker. Scientists just found a massive root system underneath. They didn't. Reuters traced those viral posts and called them what they are: false. The footage is real. The conclusion isn't. The tower is a rock formation, not a petrified tree. The root system discovery? No official announcement, no paper, no data, just a rumor that refuses to go extinct. Look at the silhouette: straight sides, grooved like grain, and a flattish summit. Your brain snaps to trunk. Walk the paved tower trail, the 1.3-mile loop that hugs the base, and that illusion gets even stronger. The columns stack like bundled fibers, and the talus field below looks like splintered chips. It's one of those places where pattern matching overwhelms geology. Until geology speaks up. This isn't wood turned to stone. It's phonolite porphyry, a crystalline igneous rock. Molten material rose underground, cooled, and solidified. Later, erosion peeled away the softer layers to reveal the core. Radiometric dating pins it at about 40.5 million years old. Ancient magma, not ancient timber. And the site isn't just famous, it's historic. In 1906, Theodore Roosevelt used the brand new Antiquities Act to designate this the first U.S. national monument. As magma cools, it shrinks. Shrinkage creates stress. Stress cracks in neat, geometric patterns called columnar joints, often hexagonal, sometimes 4, 5, or 7-sided. You've seen the same physics at places like the Giant's Causeway. Devil's Tower supersizes the effect. The columns are among the largest anywhere, which amplifies the stump vibe to your eyes. Early locals didn't need ropes to draw crowds. In 1893, William Rogers and Willard Ripley built a stake ladder up the face, a spectacle that made them the first recorded summit party. Parts of that ladder are still visible from the trail. Fossilized root systems don't vanish. If this were a tree, you'd expect a radial network beneath the trunk. There isn't one. No peer-reviewed find, no NPS or USGS announcement, nothing beyond recycled posts. What you do see is talus from columns that crack and fall, plus layers of sedimentary rock that erosion sculpted away over millions of years. The best lesson here is simple. Viral spectacle isn't scientific evidence. Remember the daredevil who parachuted onto the summit in 1941 and got stranded for 6 days? It made headlines and proved exactly nothing about the tower's origin. Big drama doesn't equal big data, because the story is sticky. Back in 2016, a viral video claimed vast ancient trees once covered Earth, and that famous rock pillars are their stumps. The claim blends mystery with a visual that just makes sense, to the eye, not to geology. Layer in the site's real cultural gravity, and the myth gets traction. Indigenous nations call this place Matļó Thípila, Bear Lodge, and share origin stories where children escape giant bears as the rock rises, the claw marks etched into its flanks. That resonance matters. It's also why climbers step back in June. A voluntary month-long pause honors ceremonies tied to the solstice and long-held traditions at this sacred site. Picture it: magma intruding into layered sediments, cooling slowly into a single, resistant block, while the world above wore away. Over eons, erosion stripped the softer rock, leaving this lone spine of columns exposed. The Park Service notes the tower's distinctive phonolite porphyry and its extraordinary columnar jointing, so striking that Hollywood made it a star. After Close Encounters of the Third Kind, tourism spiked. KOA at the base still screens the movie outdoors nightly during the season. If you go, you'll be in good company. Roughly 500,000 visitors a year, with around 5,000 climbers, about 1% of total visitation. And don't skip the prairie dog town near the entrance. The colony spans roughly 40+ acres and makes for easy, lively B-roll. One practical tip: in March 2025, the monument briefly shifted to 7 a.m., 5 p.m. hours. so check current conditions before filming sunrise or night shots. So, is Devil's Tower a giant ancient tree stump? No, and the reality is far more epic. You're looking at a window into Earth's engine room, magma frozen mid-cool, cracked into perfect geometry, and carved by time until it stands alone. The grooves aren't grain, they're the scars of cooling stone. The myths, the movies, the daredevils, and the endless online debates add color, but the rock itself is the headline. Once you see Devil's Tower for what it is, the wonder only grows.